So speaking on cassava as a farm product and also the value chain of cassava, cassava is a very high demand. Is a farm product that has a very high demand, and countries like China are a big buyer of cassava, and also there are some products of there are some products a byproduct of cassava, such as we have the cassava flour, we have the cassava starch, and we will have the likes of tapioca, we have the likes of even cassava flakes. All these things are all these byproducts are gotten from cassava after you've done the processing. So cassava is a very high demanding product. Nigeria as a nation produce the most Nigeria as a nation produce the most cassava in as a country. So cassava is a product. I think when farmers go into this cassava farming, they will make reasonable amount of money, but though when they know what they are doing, most especially adding value addition to it, like the likes of doing the processing of cassava starch, which has a very high demand, processing of cassava flour, because cassava flour now is changing the narrative, is changing bakeries buy cassava flour, because cassava flour is something that is used for baking. Even biscuit companies also need cassava flour for their production. So cassava flour actually has a very high demand and highly profitable. Likewise that of cassava starch. Remember, not just only cassava flour, cassava starch, tapioca are gotten from cassava as a byproduct, or rather as something you process from cassava. You can also get ethanol. Ethanol is also processed from cassava. So these are highly demanding products you get from cassava. That's why cassava is a product that when you go into and you try to add value addition to it, you will actually make good and reasonable amount of money from it. But remember, processing is not easy. Processing is actually not easy, because for you to be able to process, processing is highly intensive. That's the honest truth. Processing is highly intensive because you will have to have the adequate equipment, efficient ones, that can be able to process these flours, that can be able to process this cassava starch of a high standard that can even be exported from the country. So cassava flour and cassava starch, over the likes of the ethanols, which are the products gotten from cassava, are highly in high demand globally, not just within Nigeria but globally. West Africans demand these things, South Africans demand these things, the Europeans demand these things, the Asians demand these things, the Americans demand these things, because cassava is something that is a food that people consume. Cassava is a food, is a farm product that people consume, and also can be processed into other likes that also has a high demand. That's why you see cassava can never ever stop. Yes, we keep on be high demand product. That's why it's very important as a farmer or somebody inspired to go into farming to also venture into cassava farming. And even though you can't do the cassava farming, because some people find it difficult to go into farming, so if you can't even do that of the cassava farming, you can just find a spot to engage in the cassava ecosystem, like that of the processing. you can go into the processing, you can even go into like the packaging after process and package, you can even go like marketing. You know, there are some other other sectors you can fit in this cassava business or cassava processing business or whatever. So it's very important as a farmer who is actually into cassava farming should think into value addition, because value addition is where the money really is. It pays more higher than just the normal ordinary farming. You go to your farm and you till your soil, you play all the necessary activities expected to be done, but that doesn't really stop the fact that the farming sector can't be compared to the farming aspect can't be compared to that of the processing aspect. Though the processing aspect is highly demanding, is highly demanding, it has more value, but it is very capital intensive. That is just the honest truth about cassava farming and other likes of agro products.